Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of Leet Life in Real Life. I'm Riley.
I'm Ryan. Good evening, viewers. I have some terrible news. I know I made some very bold and exciting claims last episode about us returning to the moon. I want to say us, I mean the United States. However, unfortunately, on December 1st, 2020, the United States has officially lost the space race.
That's right, Ryan. China's Chang'e-5 Moon Mission probe has successfully landed on the moon surface, and this will be the third time China has placed a robotic spacecraft on the lunar surface.
Wait, they've done it 2 times already? How behind are we?
Well, we are and we are not.
What the heck does that mean?
We've been to the moon several times back in the 60s and 70s with the Apollo missions. Between us and Russia, though, we have brought back approximately 400 kilograms of rock and soil samples.
Oh man, yeah, I've heard of the Apollo missions. I don't know who hasn't, but that's a ton of samples. Like, when I go to Costco and I want my third sample, they just tell me to move along. They said, "You already had two, sir. Get out of here." So, I mean, that's awesome that they have so many, but why do they need more? Are we not sharing with China like Costco?
Well, not exactly. The samples that were collected back in the 70s and 80s, are pretty much older than 3 billion years old.
The moon is 3 billion years old?
Well, no, but that's why they're collecting more samples. These new samples collected around Mons Rumker on the moon are no more than 1.2 or 1.3 billion years old. These samples will provide additional insight on the geological history of the moon.
Oh, okay. So we'll be able to determine a better age of the moon from mom's rump.
Yes, and to allow scientists to more precisely calibrate the chronometer used to age the surface of the inner solar system of planets.
Oh, I know how that's done. It's just like counting rings on a tree. We count the craters on the moon's surface. More craters, more age.
Exactly. That is correct. The Apollo and Soviet mission samples were key to this, and Chang'e 5's will add even more data.
Ah, I see. Okay, so the rocks from Mons Rumker are the key. So where is this on the moon, and how did they get it there?
So Mons Rumker is a highly volcanic complex in a nearside region known as Oceanus Procellarum.
The ocean of storms? They're going to the ocean of storms?
That is correct, and it is also known as that, but scientifically known as Oceanus Procellarum.
Well, I'm sure it's science, but how did they get there?
The spacecraft was launched from China's Wenchang spacecraft launch site on November 23rd, reached lunar orbit November 28th, and the lander module and ascent module touched down December 1st.
How many spaceships did they send?
They sent just one.
Literally just name three things.
Well, four separate crafts make up the Chang'e's 5.
And they are?
Well, you have the service module, which will remain in orbit with the re-entry capsule, while the lander module and ascent module go down to collect samples.
Wait, so two spaceships remain in orbit while the other go down and collect?
That is correct. The lunar module will use its robotic arm into the lunar dirt and collect the samples. The ascent module will then blast off from the lander with samples in tow to meet the service lander and re-entry capsule to return to Earth.
Oh, snap, that's so freaking cool. So, what's the payload?
Roughly 2 to 4 kilograms.
I'm sorry, what kind of return on investment is that?
It's not much, but the moon is extremely important, and the payload will be extremely different from those collected over 44 years ago.
So no one has gone back in 44 years? Huh. I wonder why with just a couple kilograms of rocks. But hey, forget the moon space race. We're off to Mars!
So this week's question for you guys is, how much do you guys think moon rocks are worth?
Let us know in the comments below. We'll let you know next week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Riley.
Make sure you like, subscribe, notify, hit all those things, and you leet long and prosper. Hey, where's my shoes?
I don't know if he says anything about shoes, but
Hey, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.